All right, I'd like to thank y'all for coming out tonight and give our speakers a big round of applause. Because last night here, come on.
Okay, so how do you feel about being the youngest and best looking speaker here? Now, give me one moment to answer this. Keep in such magnificent shape. Now, I wake up at the crack of dawn each day. I drink 15 eggs. And I do 50 one-handed push-ups. Now,
We need to move on here.
You mentioned earlier a comment about the lack of energy in worship in our day. Now, I agree, but where should we draw the line? Well, one day, me, Bunny, and the kids, we were watching a praise program on the boob tube, and I am here to tell you, these people were sensually and spiritually stimulated. I mean, they were bobbing and rolling down the aisles, attempting third floor balcony stage dives, and screaming incoherent hallelujahs. Now, if you ask me, that's a little extreme. But then again, there's us Protestants acting like inert dead bodies laying around the church. Both are extreme, I admit, and they're both way. So I'll say what I've been saying since the beginning. I think our worship needs a little bit more honky-tonk.
All right, before I answer this question, I just need to say, for legal reasons, that my views do not necessarily represent the views of NASA language. All right, you get that? All right. To my question. Wasn't Werner von Braun a neo-Nazi who worked for Hitler in World War II to build bombs to blow up Americans? Yes. Right. Now, I was going to do a whole lecture on... You're one of those Virginia Tech graduates, aren't you? Now, I was going to do a whole lecture on Werner von Braun, but decided against it. But the answer is yes. But still, in later years, we know that he was a professing Christian and even had a sense of engineering humor. For example, the scientist major, he asks the question, why? The engineering major asks, how will it work? And the accountant major asks, how much will it cost? And the liberal arts major asks, would you like fries with that?
Now, this kind of relates to what you said, and what the question is, are there modern day Nazis in America? Now, there are modern day Nazis in America, but we don't like call them hair Nazis. Back in World War II, Hitler was the king of hair Nazis. If you all know, he had some issues. Now, a modern day equivalent would probably be something like Carrot Top, the big bushy hair. Now, there's another type of Nazi too, the hygiene Nazi. Now, once again, Hitler was a very, very smelly man. Just gross. Now, anyway, now a modern day equivalent would probably be Britney Spears. Now, every sometimes this is just just me personally. It looks like she just got out of a truck stop from Skaggsville, USA. I just cannot... Moving on.
Will, I was thinking, that reminded me of a time when I was dating a fella, a Reese's monkey-looking fella.
Is it fair to call Middle Ages the Dark Ages? Well, obviously it wasn't very dark. I mean, they couldn't have progressed at all or evolved or as a civilization. I mean, they couldn't have done anything if it was dark. That, and how can an age be dark? That just is not logical. Well, as we can see, this is not a terribly difficult question. And see, as a historian, that depends on whether or not we look at this from a number of different perspectives. And I'm reminded, for instance, of something in a similar circumstance. I'm reminded of an agnostic, dyslexic, insomniac person. I stayed awake all night wondering if a dog exists. Well, and even further, I'm reminded of my wife asking me to build a timeline one time for her, and of course, this isn't...
Moving on.
My question is, what can you do to be as wealthy as you, Mr. Philback? Well, thank y'all. That was very kind. Someday, you won't be young and good looking, but if you go into business, you can afford to look like me. You can go golfing with your buddies on the weekend, and sometimes you can afford a $25,000 credit card. Now, in all seriousness, money isn't everything. Now, Byron, you understand this. But there are other benefits to business. I mean, I can think of a million reasons, like, Will. Okay, now this isn't what you call a senior moment. I mean, Byron understands this. He knows that sometimes I get what I like to call sometimers, and I think this is one of those times. So let's just say, I've come to believe that half-truth, represented as a whole truth, is sometimes worse than no truth at all, and I truly believe that is the truth. Ain't that right, Byron? That's right.
Now, are there something or no?
You're right.
Can I just have just a little bit more? Hold on. Just one more minute. Okay, so now this very strange belief. Now, there's one thing that's very important that I'd like to talk to you about, and this is what it is. Jews on the moon. Think about it. Space Talmud, space synagogues, they'd be everywhere.
Oh my gosh. We're done.